Welcome to a new fragrance review. Today we're gonna revisit the fragrance Cuir Intense by Guerlain. So I decided to revisit three fragrances. Some time ago, someone told me that I misanalyzed or I wrongly analyzed fragrance of Havana by Aramis. And I redid the video and I realized that my review was pretty similar. But I realized that there are some fragrances that are really great that deserve that I revisit them, because when I did the review, it was really in my early time of reviewing fragrance. There's specifically three fragrances that I want to revisit, which is Cuir Intense, as you can imagine, since it's the one I'm doing today. There's also Aspen, that's going to come soon. And this fragrance actually gave it away, so I had to buy it again for some reason. I'm going to come back to why, but I'm just going to give you a little preview for the next week that are coming. And the other one, it's the infamous Club de Nuit Intense, which also I think was one of the first review I did, so I think it deserved a better review. So for Cuir Intense, nice little apothecary type of bottle in brown, like every other fragrance from Les Absolus d'Orient from Guerlain. Nice little label that looks like all the other ones from the line. A little bit on top. It's hard to see because of all the reflection, but there's a little bit. Little spray. Just opening the cap, there's like raft of like smell, and I've been wearing it like just a couple days ago, and it smells as much as like if you spray another fragrance. The box, nice little brown box. Might not like brown, but I think it suits well the fragrance that it's like Cuir Intense, which mean intense leather. Here, back. There's a little text at the back. I'm not sure I read it the first time, and it's written in French, English, and I would assume that it's written in Arabic because there's something in Arabic at the back, but I don't read Arabic. So it says, the legend of leather in the Orient goes back through the ages. A story of love, know-how, and passion. This noble essence inspired Thierry Wassard, Guerlain master perfumer, for his new piece in Les Absolus d'Orient collection. He enhanced its strength, flexibility, and sensuality to bring us a creation of contrast between the power of woody leather notes and the freshness of osmanthus, the smooth white flower with fruity apricot facet. So that's what it smells. As I'm going to spray it, I need to remind you, well, if you haven't seen a lot of my videos where I talk about leather and stuff like that, leather is my favorite note. Cuir Intense is my favorite fragrance, why I wanted to review this one, and it made me think I should review other fragrance. I think I sprayed too much on the paper. So I'm picking up some leather, picking up a lot of tobacco also. There is someone I heard say that it smells like an old leather saddle that rested in a barn that is used to drive tobacco leaves, and I think that's a really good way to interpret this scent. Having also some woody notes like sandalwood and cedar, but I wouldn't say that it smelled like the note of sandalwood and a note of cedar, but I would say it smelled more like the wood inside of a barn. Yeah, it smells like an old piece of cedar and an old piece of wood, of sandalwood. Picking up some ylang ylang, but like barely. I think I'm kind of picking up some osmanthus, but the thing is that osmanthus has like two noticeable type of facet in its floral note that it is. There's like a facet of peach that it's really barely noticeable there, and there's a facet of leather, and of course it's called Cuir Intense, so it's probably using the osmanthus to like enhance the leather note. So maybe it's easier to notice, maybe it's more present, I mean, that it seems. It's just that the leather note is too intense, that it kind of put a shadow on the osmanthus. And that's about it. This is what I'm picking up. I would say the scent have some spiciness to it. Without like having the necessarily spicy note, there's some spiciness to it. On my skin, what I was picking up, in the top note, there's a lot of osmanthus. It appeared a lot on me. I was also picking up a lot of leather, a lot of cedar, and a lot of ylang ylang, and a little bit of tobacco. And the heart note, I was picking up a lot of leather, a lot of tobacco, but less than the leather. A little bit of sandalwood, a little bit of musk, and a little bit of cedar. And In the base notes, I was picking up a lot of sandalwood, a lot of tobacco, a lot of cedar, and a little bit of leather. And something I need to say with this fragrance before I keep going with the analysis is that this fragrance is really, really special. People that wears it, their skin react differently. I don't know why or anything, but this fragrance is unique to the wearer, even more than other fragrance. Like to give an example, when my wife wears a fragrance, when I tried a fragrance, I had a really strong ylang ylang and musk smell on her skin. It was not really a leather fragrance at all. And I think it's really special, really unique, and this is something that I really love about this fragrance. It's how different it can smell on different people. Your skin might be reacting differently. Even though I told you how it smells on my skin, there's chance that it doesn't smell that at all on your skin. And yeah, I think you should get a decant, not a sample, an actual decant of this fragrance, or a bottle spray too. Get a decant and try it and make it try to other people, just to have that feeling of how different it can be. It's really, as I said, it's really special. It's really unique. Yeah, try this. The fragrance is really amazing. But I already said it's my favorite fragrance, so probably know it already. Projection, every time I do analysis for the projection, it seems that the projection is just like arm length around me. And it's weird because a lot of people say that it's more intense. And even when I open the cap, I smell it in the air. It's just really intense. One thing though is that the projection just lasts for an absurd amount of time. I would wear the fragrance like in the beginning of the day, put it on my skin, and at the end of the day, have people that are kind of far away from me. I remember there's a guy, he was probably at arm length or something from me, and it was during the like COVID time when we all had masks. And he told me he could smell my fragrance, and the projection just lasts like a crazy amount of time. I haven't calculated how long, but at least 8 hours of a strong like arm length projection. Longevity itself, it's over 12 hours. Forgot to smell it in the morning and realize if I could smell it afterward, but it lasts the whole day. I mean, if the projection lasts 8 hours, you can assume that fragrance itself on your skin will last at least the whole day. And personally, I think it's nice, but it's really the smell that makes me think that it's an amazing fragrance. But if you like beast mode fragrance, something unique, probably gonna really enjoy this one. Now for the complete note breakdown. Top notes are osmanthus and ylang ylang. Heart notes are leather and musk. And the base notes are tobacco, sandalwood, and cedar. Now where I would see this fragrance, for me, woody, leather, notes that are really typically business fragrant scent. And I would say though it might smell different on you. Maybe it would be musk, but pretty much every note in there are notes that will be suitable for a business scent. So I would say it will work well. As a dating fragrance, it might be a little bit weird. It might be the kind of fragrance that not everyone would enjoy. I know leather is one of those notes a lot of people don't like, though it does smell like quality for a reason, because it is quality. So I would say it wouldn't be a good dating fragrance, but if you're dating someone that loves the note of leather, it will be an amazing dating fragrance. Maybe if you date a frag head, it will be an amazing fragrance. Date like someone that is not into fragrance would not be a good one. So it could be a good clothing fragrance somehow, but because of projection, but the smell, I'm not quite sure. For summer winter spectrum, it's obviously a winter fragrance. I don't think projection will necessarily cut through the cold so much like with someone in front of you, but someone walking at the back of you will get the scent trail in winter. In summer, fragrance is pretty intense, but it's not like those fragrances that choke you out and you'll die. Pull it off. It's natural. I wouldn't put a lot of spray. Really want to wear it in summer, you can, though I don't think it's a summer fragrance at all. And as an everyday scent, I mean, it does last the whole day, but it's a divisive scent. It's not a kind of fragrance like everyone will enjoy. I don't think it will be like ultra offend someone, but some people might not really like it. Also, the fragrance is expensive, so I would say that like it's nice having an everyday fragrance that is cheap, and that's not really a good point for it. The type of scent also just not for it. So apart the fact that it lasts a whole day, there's nothing to help this fragrance to be an everyday fragrance. So that's about it. I don't think there's anything else left to say about this fragrance. I mean, just look at the videos where I talk about leather fragrance if you want to know more about it and hear me praise this fragrance even more. But really, it's a great fragrance. If you love leather, you need to try it, absolutely. And if you like discovering new scent, new unique stuff, and you like then a little side of perfumery, like the uniqueness that there behind fragrance, if I can say it like that, the fact that it smells different on everyone, you should try it also. If you hate leather, don't try it. You will hate it because it's what fragrance is. I think that sums it all. So, hope you enjoyed the video. If it's the case, well, like and share. If you tried Cuir Intense, tell me what you think about it. Also, if you're a big fan of Guerlain and the line Les Absolus de Rien, tell me what you think about the line and which is your favorite fragrance from them. Also, which one you tried. It's really that's favorite line of the brand, so write about it. I'll be super happy to talk to you about that line. So that's about it. Thanks for watching and see you soon.